Hey guys, it's Coffee. Welcome back to Asagao Academy. So we're in Chapter 2 again, because we just started Jirard's route. Let's get into our journal entries. Or I guess just the one. Dear Diary, I have my very own itty-bitty kitty now, and she looks like me to boot. It's not something I ever thought I would be into, but Jirard cares about them so much. I don't think I'm opposed to learning more about them. After all, what's the harm? They're cute. Yeah, that's right. After we went to the flower festival, he gave us this adorable kitty figurine, and it was just a great time all around. And I'm just really excited to get into this route because Jirard is such a sweetheart. Anyway, let's continue. In some ways, it was a huge disappointment that Jirard wasn't in my class. In other ways, it was a relief. I longed to see him again, to talk to him, and to feel his warmth. But that would have been way too distracting in class. Especially with Mai around. When lunch finally rolled around, I sprang from my desk like a rocket shooting into space.
Hana!
Whoa, Hana, calm down. Hurry up, Mai. I'm really hungry today. I'm sure you are, Hana. Hungry for Jirard.
What?
Pardon? Oh no, there's no shame in it. I admit. It's entirely true, yes. Nothing. Let's go. As Mai and I approached the normal goods table, Jirard flashed around an IDK with a grey wizard's hat and long beard, a huge dorky grin on his face.
See what I mean?
Check it out! It's Grandbeard the Bay. He's one of the rarer finds and is said to lack a gender, not participating in either norms but preferring to be referred to as a he. We squeezed into the table as the rest of the boys looked down, bemused. I like his cloak.
Right?
Right? Most of the versions I saw were missing it, but they were still trying to charge almost full price for it. It was ridiculous. The boys slowly nodded. Nobody seemed to know what to say, despite Jirard's intense enthusiasm. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Jirard glowed with pride, completely oblivious to the weird looks he received from students at their tables. He truly didn't seem to care what other people thought about him. I had no idea how he could stick to his guns without feeling even the slightest bit ashamed. As Jirard returned to his seat, I waved sheepishly at him.
Good morning.
Hana, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
I'm great, thank you. How are you? I'm fantastic. Even better now that I've seen you. I couldn't wait to show you Grandbeard.
Yeah.
Oh. He looks really cool. Super cute.
Awesome!
Yeah, apparently Grandbeard casts magic with his hair, and his secret weapon is his eyelashes. Now that he mentioned it, Grandbeard's long lashes stretched from his face in a somewhat creepy way. Other than that, he looked like a cuddly old kitty, but those eyelashes. Excuse me, can I see that figure? A young student, probably a first year, approached the table and poked Jirard in the back.
Uh-huh.
Of course! He turned completely around, chatting animatedly with the kid about the trade he made for Grandbeard and the myriad route it took to get him. I watched him, happiness filling my heart. Jirard was just so cool. Couldn't have said it better myself. Especially compared to me. Oh, don't say that. Even in the times I had stayed true to myself in my old school, I ended up feeling a constant gnawing anxiety, wanting to take it back or make up for it again so it would go away. Jirard just seemed to be happy. When he was around, even I could show my interest in his strange hobby without feeling bad about it. Earlier in the year, I would have felt more embarrassed for him than he did. As I looked more closely at Grandbeard the Bay, I remembered my own Chibiupa, and a sudden thought occurred to me. I was probably in the same boat as Jirard. If anybody found out about her, I'd be mocked to hell and back. Probably not as bad as Jirard, given that I was a girl, but I could already hear the whispers pointing out that I had no business being involved in Norwood's club, when I was clearly such a weirdo. Mimi would never let me forget it either, would she? Every time I ran into her in the bathroom, she'd mock me. Maybe people would even try to take Chibiupa away from me. A featherlight touch tapped my shoulder, and my dark thoughts were banished. Mai motioned for me to come closer to her, and leaned to whisper in my ear. What do you think about Jirard's itty-bitty kitty collection? I mean, like, honestly speaking. Honestly speaking? Honestly? Oh, okay. Okay, I would not pick the last choice. That does not seem like a good idea. Also, like, I do genuinely think his hobby's adorable. I don't know, I feel like the second option is a little too neutral for me. Because I want to defend him. And yeah, the second one was just too neutral. So yeah, and also I personally just think that when a man is passionate about something, like, that's really attractive. So yeah, definitely, I'll definitely support him, like, all the way. Mai shot me a weird look, then shrugged. I guess. And I admire how much dedication it takes to collect something for so long. Also true. Mai nodded passively, apparently quite aware I was backtracking. I turned away, cheeks burning. When we were finished eating, Mai and I dumped our trays and headed for the door.
Hana!
Mai and I turned, and eager Jirard ran up to us. Hey, Hana. I was hoping I could walk you back to class today. What do you think?
Really?
Me? Why? Yes, you. Of course you. In that case, I will entrust you to her care. Mai clapped Jirard on the back, then gave me a wink and a thumbs up. But...
Hasta la vista, baby.
Oh, that soundbite was so cute. Love it. Hey, Jirard, wait up! Oh yeah, I remembered that was a thing. Yikes. Jirard glanced over his shoulder, and upon seeing Mai's enthusiastic form barreling towards him, immediately sprinted out the door. Unfortunately, if there was one person on this earth who could give Jirard a literal run for his money, it was Mai. You know, I do hope that those two have a future together in some timeline. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but it would be kind of cute. Wouldn't it? She dashed through the door, and clouds of dirt kicked into the air around their chase. A vertical sandstorm spitting through the Asagao campus. Anyways, what's up? Nothing's up. I just wanted to hang out with you. I mean, I know we just saw a ton of each other at the flower festival and everything, but...
Well...
At the mention of the flower festival, we both fell into an odd silence, memories floating in the space between us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great to me. Great. Jirard beamed at me and pushed the cafeteria door open. We stepped into the fresh spring air, the remnants of Mai's chase still drifting in the distance before us. Now that Jirard and I were alone, I didn't know what to talk about. It was weird. We had feelings for each other. How are we supposed to talk? Jirard strolled next to me, staring up into the deep blue sky. Think of something, Hana. Chibiupa is doing well, by the way.
Really?
Is she? That's great. She's really so cute. And she's small, so she doesn't take up that much space. I can see how having a whole bunch of itty-bitty kitties would be appealing. So much cuteness, and you can see it every time you wake up.
Right?
That's exactly how I feel about it. It's just really fun. And if you can find something to brighten up your day, why not do it? Life can already be hard enough, so we shouldn't make it harder for anybody.
Right?
But as I beamed at Jirard, a memory wedged itself into my mind. A memory from just before I came to Asagao. A memory that involved one of my past friends. We shouldn't make it harder for anybody, huh? But...
Ah!
Oh, so today I got some news about Princess Pumpernickel. Princess Pumpernickel? She's the rarest itty-bitty kitty figure. Supposedly there's only 3 copies of her in existence. Apparently some collectors are starting to think that she doesn't exist. One compiled this huge list of information about the supposed figure and posted it online, and now the community split about it. Even direct feedback from the Itty Bitty Kitty Committee Itty Bitty Kitty Committee didn't calm the flame war. It's gotten intense. Do you think it exists?
Absolutely!
Of course I do. Why on earth wouldn't they? That would be a waste of time and money on the Itty Bitty Kitty Committee's part, and it would make their fanbase angry. What purpose could that serve? Even in the event that they didn't have one before this outrage, they'll be starting up production as we speak. He sighed dreamily. I can't wait for the day I have my very own Princess Pumpernickel. Can you imagine? I shook my head. I had no idea what it was like to long for something so intensely, nor to stay so upbeat in the event of an almost inevitable failure. Seriously, only 3 copies in the entire world? And the developers probably owned one of those for sure. But Jirard was undeterred. I've wanted one ever since I started collecting. You could say the dream of having it was what sparked my fascination with IBKs in the first place. That's so cute. We stopped in front of the door to my classroom, and Jirard saluted me.
Thanks for listening!
Well, I'll be on my way. Thanks for walking with me. No, thank you. Jirard disappeared to his own classroom, and I stopped to grab my math book from my locker before heading in. When I closed my locker door, Jimmy was there. What's this? He's never gonna find it, you know. I stared incredulously at him, and he pointed from his eyes to mine. I'm watching you. Wow, that was lovely. Jimmy slithered off towards the lower staircase, heading to his classroom on the first floor. I shook my head slowly. Sure, it was possible that Jirard wouldn't find his itty-bitty kitty figure, but I wanted him to find it. I really wanted him to find it. Surely there was some way I could help? So immediately after class, I made my way to Bluebell House. If I was going to help Jirard find Princess Pumpernickel, I needed to know what she looked like. I knocked on Jirard's door, and he instantly threw it open, as if he was waiting on the other side of the door this whole time.
Hana!
So glad to see you. Why don't you come in? Okay. Jirard's dorm room was surprisingly neat considering how many itty-bitty kitty figures he had. He must have cleaned it up a bit before after the last time I saw him. Shane glared at me from his desk, and where he was bent over some kind of drawing pad. I smiled nervously at him, and he huffed. Hi. And he instantly went back to his art. What did I ever do to him? Jirard scanned his room, and after a few seconds, he went to his desk and leaned ever so casually against it.
What's going on?
So, what brings you here? I just saw you earlier today. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bother you.
Say what?
You're not bothering me, don't even worry about it. I'm always around when you need to talk. Apparently, finding the desk too uncomfortable, he perched himself on the couch, grabbing a pillow and hugging it close. He looked like a kid at a slumber party. So, what are the deets? Well, I want to help you find Princess Pumpernickel, but in order to do that, I'm going to need some information. I tried my hardest to look imposing. My game face was on, but Jirard just laughed. That's really sweet of you, but if I can't find it, there's no way you can. You don't know that. Maybe I'll be in just the right place at exactly the right time. Maybe. I guess so. Well... He glanced quickly at Shane, then turned back to me with a mischievous smile. There's a gaming convention happening this weekend, and we were all planning to go. Maybe you could come along? Shane's pencil broke mid-stroke. He cursed softly.
What?
A convention? I've never been to one. What are they like? Well, they're a place to find out about cool games, buy neat fan gear, meet people, and mostly hang out with friends. Almost like a vacation. I know they're intimidating because of all the people, but they're really fun. You should come. Shane very audibly sighed. Jirard glanced at him, the picture of concern. Got artist block? Ooh, not quite. Something like that. Anyways, there are always people selling IBKs there, and maybe someone will have Princess Pumpernickel. It's worth a shot, isn't it? An image of the map Jirard was drawing as I asked him to the flower festival popped back into my head. He'd been preparing this for weeks. Well, I'd love to come help. Mike can come too, right?
Yeah!
Definitely. The more the merrier. Oh my god. Really?
Oh.
Did you drop an ink blot again? Man, today is not your day. He's just adorably oblivious. No, it really isn't. Oh, but how am I going to get out of class on Friday? The Normal Boots Club has special permission to go, so I'll just add your name to the list. The Normal Boots Club had permission to skip class? I never heard of such a thing. So this was the might of their power.
Yay!
In that case, I'd better get my homework done. Don't want to be doing any on the trip.
Alright!
Great! Man, now I'm even more excited. It'll be the best one ever, huh, Shane? Kill me now. A road trip with the Normal Boots Club? Getting to go with them to a convention? This was the greatest day of my life. The amount of effort Mai and I put into our homework that week was only matched by our rabid excitement at the slowly approaching weekend. For the first time in forever, Mai didn't procrastinate. When we studied together, she actually helped instead of mooching off my work. Not that I usually minded. As we packed our bags the night before, slight trails of blood kept falling from Mai's nose. Ew. She okay?
Oh, dear.
Oh, I see. Mai, you sure you're okay? Oh, totally. I'm totally fine. So it was on that Friday morning, Mai and I stumbled out into the pre-dawn light, eyes barely even open. It was chilly that morning, and we huddled together as we walked to Asagao's iron-wrought front gates.
Hey, Mai, Hana.
Aw. Hey guys, good morning. Jirard waved vigorously at us as we approached, and I resisted the urge to clamp my hands across my ears.
Good morning.
Oh, and look at Mai in street clothes. That's a really cute outfit, actually. I dig it. Good morning. Are we ready to go yet? Jirard glanced at the others. Jared, John, Continue, Satch. Everybody was there, spreading yawns between each other like the plague. No, we're still missing some people.
Really?
Missing some people? Who on earth?
Hey.
Hey! Ian, yay! Hey guys, sorry we're late. I jumped and skittered several feet away. Ian and the rest of the Hidden Block Club were behind me, looking just as miserable as I felt.
Awesome!
Sweet, we're ready to go. Wait, you guys are coming too? Of course, it's a video game convention after all. But we're enemies. That's adorable. Ian brushed past me. We might be enemies, but we're also friends. Frenemies?
Oh yeah.
Frenemies who sincerely want the best for each other. Oh, that's so wholesome. So, friends then. No, frenemies. I hope we get to spend more time with Luke. We don't really see him a whole lot. If we don't get going now, we'll miss the train, and I am not up for waiting another 2 hours for the next one.
Right.
Right. Everybody sail out! We piled into the tiny train, which at such an early hour was mostly occupied by little old men and ladies on a day trip. They watched us enter the train with something like abject terror. One lady hid her purse as we passed. Eventually, Mai, Jirard, PBG, and I found an empty compartment and piled in. Jirard peered out the window, head flicking like a dog's as he watched the trees pass by. So, what are we gonna do when we get there? I don't know, I'll probably wander around.
Uh-huh.
I heard there's supposed to be a pregame somewhere on the second floor. We have to check in first, but after that, everybody can do what they want. Oh. You okay with that? I guess I didn't check with you before. I've never been to a convention before, and I'm really nervous. What if I get lost? I don't know much about games, either. Conventions are so fun, though. You'll be fine. Don't even worry about it. I smiled weakly at Mai. It was easy for her to say something like that. She was a social butterfly, with a bright and vibrant personality. No matter where she went or who she talked to, she glistened. I, on the other hand, was me.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is just a bunch of fans gathering to have fun. No one's going to grill you about why you're there. Everybody wants to have a good time. I guess so.
Huh.
If you want, you can stick around with me. It might get a little boring, but I don't mind the company. I searched Jirard's face, wondering whether his offer was sincere. Well, why wouldn't it be? Jirard was such a nice guy, but it was hard to tell whether he was doing things just to be nice or whether he sincerely wanted to do them. Did he feel responsible for me? Or did he feel obligated to help me out? To help people out? He was, after all, this nice to everybody. I didn't want to hang around him and wreck the convention he'd been planning to go to for months. He had a map, for heaven's sake. I would get in the way. I didn't want to be trailing him around like a kindergartner afraid to leave her mom, either. Still. I feel like Hana is overthinking this. Personally, I read all of this as Jirard just being genuinely interested in us because that just... I don't know, why would he be insincere about any of this? And if he's really that concerned about his own plan, he could go by himself. But no, he invited us. So I think that sticking with him would be a good idea, and especially if we want to get to know him too. So, yeah, I'd appreciate it. Jirard gently laid a hand on my shoulder, the sudden weight of it surprising me. I remember what it was like to go somewhere alone for the first time. I was terrified too, but that's how I met all these guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll have a great time. The train shuddered and pulled into a station. My heart leaped into my chest, but everyone else cheered and whooped. Whooped?
Yeah!
Whooped. Time to get this party started. Mai and PBG grabbed their stuff and dashed straight off the train, but Jirard waited by the door, while I pulled my backpack down from the upper racks. You ready for this? I think so.
Aw, yeah.
Great, let's go. The convention hall and the hotel we were staying at were both located smack dab in the middle of the city. surrounded by a torrent of rushing cars and people sprinting down the street. The four of us wandered into the hotel lobby. Mai and I had a room together, being the only two ladies on the trip. I grabbed the room key and led the way to our temporary home. I pushed the door open and came to a delightfully airy room. It looked relatively clean, and I sighed with relief. It would be nice to have a quiet space to retreat to if I ever felt overwhelmed.
Yay!
Heck yeah! Mai sprinted past me and flung herself, luggage and all, straight onto the bed. Mai? Oh my god, I love hotel beds. They're so soft. I call the spot by the window. Whatever you say. Maybe quiet wasn't the right word. Mai and I set our stuff onto the side and spent a few minutes gathering our bearings before getting ready to head back outside. Mai, I'm kind of scared. I don't know anything about conventions. I don't want to feel stupid or out of place, and I don't want to have to follow anyone around. Mai set her fist against my temple, twisting it playfully. You're way too serious. It's just a convention. Either you have a good time or you don't, and then you go home and everyone forgets about it. Sometimes I get the feeling that you think if you make one mistake, it's going to haunt you to your grave. Life is way more forgiving than that. So, let's get going. Easy for her to say, she was an entirely different breed of person than I was. Sighing, I followed Maya down to the convention floor. Okay, so this seems like a good place to stop. Usually I would go through with the scene and try to see it to the end, but I don't know how long the convention is going to be, so we can leave that to the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.